progress.
There we go.
Okay, good to see everybody yet again. I can't believe we're game 12 and the last one. I would want to start by saying an early happy Thanksgiving week to everyone, and best everyone on the holidays and travel and all those things. And I certainly hope, if you're not too busy, everybody would take their travels and find a way to get to Hattiesburg on Saturday afternoon. So certainly want to say that how proud I am of our entire organization, our staff and players for a great effort to come into our last home game for 24 of our seniors and finish with our 7th win and a chance to play our last game and it be very meaningful. Everybody understands what this game is and means. This is the type of games that Troy expects us to be in. We expect ourselves to be in. It's the reason that I wanted to come and be a part of this program and help lead it, because I knew the expectations were to play for championships. So we are humbled by that. I'm grateful for that, and I understand the work that's been put in by all to put us in this position. We are not perfect. This season is not perfect, and it's been a roller coaster of things that we've managed to handle hard and adversity pretty well, and certainly better than last year, and that's everything we'll have to do again this week. I think the less we focus on what the game could mean and more about what it's going to take to actually play well in this game, the better for us. Everybody knows what's at stake, but I think I would hope to believe and know that I will instill in our staff and players and everybody that the team that executes the best, prepares the best this week, will be the team that has the higher percentages to win the game. So that's what we plan to do in our preparation. We've been going at it this weekend already, and a long day yesterday, another early morning and long day today in preparation and preparing our guys and getting ready for them when they enter the building tonight. So couldn't be more happy about that, excited about it. I know our players are excited to prepare for this last one. So I'll take questions. Thank you.
Hey, Coach. We saw, obviously, you guys make some changes up front. So just what did you feel about the way those the new look on the line look, and what was ultimately why you decided to move those guys around?
Yeah, I think you certainly can't look at it and say we played wonderfully and it was clean and it made a huge difference, but it certainly did help us. It's our job as coaches to put our players in the best position to have success, and the reason we did that is because we played too poorly up front in execution and some in game planning as well, but in execution to continue to put us out there the same way and expect different results. So we found some solutions. There's still some stuff that was not perfect by any means and things we need to do better if we want to have more success this weekend, but we took steps and found solutions and did some things better to prevent some negative plays and tackles for loss and or sacks that gave us a chance to play more efficiently.
How valuable is a guy like Russ, who now started at tackle, guard, and center for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, that's the benefits of a veteran player who has confidence and understanding and has some real belief in knowing how to make plays work and not panic, and he settles everybody down in big games and can help us out because he's had to call it and make points and ID fronts and get us in the right places. And so for him to be able to play all those snaps, take all that veteran leadership to our offensive line, I think is critical for us to be able to make a move like we did this late in the year.
Hey, Coach, you might have answered this a little bit in your opening statement, but how do you guys embrace the moment of playing for a chance to get to the Sun Belt title without letting it become too big?
Yeah, I think just somewhat to what I said, but I'll maybe allude to it even more. It has to be in how we prepare, I think, and not letting winning cover up the things we better learn from the tape we had against Georgia State as well. You can't let winning mask the things you must fix to take the next step each week. So I think it is a very process-driven thing. I know that's boring to hear and what I've said and stuck to this entire year, but it's just so true. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to go play next week. That's the price of admission. Who executes the best, who wins turnover margin, and who prepares the best is getting the better percentage to do so. So we've got to focus on how we practice and prepare more than trying to play in the Sun Belt Championship game.
Coach, can you give us sort of a scouting report on Southern Mississippi?
Sure will. We've put in a lot of work on them so far in the last day and a half. Very quick to see why they've been leading the West this entire year. They've got an explosive offense led by one of the top passers in the country. They can get you in space and score from far away and run right past you. They throw the ball vertically in the air as well as anybody we've played, and have a special player at back to make you miss as well when you start to worry too much about the passing game. And then defensively, they're disruptive up front. They're plus 12, I believe, in turnover margin. They've created a bunch of havoc plays and made a ton of plays in the secondary that create very big problems for us in preparation. So that's a tall task, one that'll keep me awake at night for the rest of the week. And they're sound and do a great job in the kicking game as well. So it's a championship football program. Coach Huff has done a brilliant job preparing this team and turning the program around in 1 year. And we're certainly very proud and grateful to be able to have a chance to line up and play against them.
Coach, just wondering, how advantageous is it? Obviously this is the last game of the season, so you've seen so many common opponents that you guys have played play Southern Miss. The last two teams they've lost to, you guys beat. How helpful can that be in scouting them?
I think it, like anything, I think it probably just correlates how hard it is in this league. It's past success, as we've all found out, has nothing to do with future success. This game's hard. So I think for us, it's, we went through a nice 2-game slump and had some stuff go the wrong way, and you try to learn and move forward in quick fixes. And they've got a great staff and great players, and they've got great leadership too. And I'm sure that they're looking to have the same reaction and response after their 2 weeks, and I know that they will in a championship setting. So as much as there is common opponents and those things, I think for us it's just focusing on where they are and where we are and what's best for us to find ways to execute the best.
You mentioned how disruptive their defense is. I think they're almost double interceptions to anybody else in the conference, such as how important with the running game guys in this game.
Yeah, it's key for us because, again, I mean, turnover margin always and forever will be a big indicator in the result of this game. So there's things that are great about the pass game, but when you can hand the football off, things are easier. And so for both teams, I'm sure. But for us, we got to find a way to run the football and put the football in the right place in the right hands and find ways to keep it out of theirs. And too much drop back pass and those things put you in very negative situations that they've been great in this year and what they've done in turnover margin.
Also, how big was it for Goose to kind of settle in the second half and get him confident going into this game?
I really believe it's big. I think he did take a big step from game 1 back to game 2. We left a lot out there too that he admitted right after the game, and we talked through. And that's the great thing about he and Tuck and all of them. They see it all for what it is and see the truth and want to be coached hard and improve. But we took steps, and I think that momentum in the second half certainly will help us. But it'll take just as huge of a step from 2 to 3 here to get us where we want to go.